for the live stuff to power up here.
I hate you, Skype. You are the worst piece of software in the world. What's up, Jason? The Sage. What's up, Raid Zero? Raid, I'm still trying to get your shirts. They're in. This music sounds like the whatchamacallit, The Price is Right. Oh, what's up, G-Ramp? Hey, Jason, are you going to half res?
Facebook's good, posted, the site's good, okay, that's good. Twitter, we're good there. Should start recording, that'd be a good idea.
Well, enjoy 9 Inch Nails. That's going to be fun.
One of the 2x screens, you can see it. Load the chat. Where the chat though? Where the chat though?
Oh gosh. Hey, the stream looks really good. What's going on with your is your internet good or something? Or maybe it's just the two of us, since it's just the two of us.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
What? Don't say it?
Okay.
I shouldn't have said it?
No.
What? Don't move?
You know, you'll do it again during the show. I promise. No. I'll tell you.
Oh boy.
Okay. Okay, we got people coming in. All the chats and things are up. Okay.
Thanks, G-Rant.
What else we got?
I should probably go to the bathroom right before we start, huh?
Yeah, probably a good idea.
Because otherwise I'm just going to be fidgety the whole time.
Better hurry. He's going to the bathroom. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, see, Liam knows what I'm talking about. That's why I said don't do it. He's gonna do it. He's gonna say just the two of us. Just wait. Just wait. I would play that song, but I don't know if that's YouTube safe. There, how about some music?
thought you guys would enjoy that.
All right, we got a hard out. Are you recording?
I'm rolling and clipping every 2 seconds because Skype is the worst.
Yay. Okay. Feel like I'm missing something.
Are you recording?
Yep. Are you?
Yep.
All right, let's do the clap.
It's because we don't have a guest.
I know. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
That was actually right on. Was it right on for you? It wasn't right on for you, was it? No.
No. See, it would be on for you because.
Oh, but it looked pretty on the thing, the thingamadoober.
Good. God. Yeah, Mary. Hot dog.
Hot dog, dig
No,
it.
stop it.
What's up, Mark?
Bust out the
Haven't seen you in a long time. Don't.
All right, you ready?
Let's do it.
What's up, bros? Welcome to another Brograph Brocast. I'm Dave.
And I'm Matt.
And Brograph is a supplement to our site, Brograph.com, which is a motion graphics tutorial site with tutorials, plugins, podcasts, and other MoGraph stuff. And on the show, we talk about everything ranging from motion graphics to Cinema 4D, After Effects, plugins, render engines, doing business, doing taxes, being a contractor, or working for the man. And guess what? We got no guests today. It's just the two of us. So
just the two of us. You knew I was going to do it, didn't you?
I'm making the for the people listening to audio, which is most of you. I am making the Kermit the Frog scrunched up face.
Right.
That's what I'm doing. Yeah, we had a bet going while you were in the bathroom that you were going to sing that song.
Oh, no, you didn't.
On the chat, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
How did I not see that?
It's funny. It went past the thing. I was just saying it, like, yeah. Anyway.
Oh, that's funny.
We got a short show today. We really do. I got a heart out, giggity. And if you want to email us, brograph@brograph.com, send us your questions, send us your concerns, your thoughts, your life goals. I don't know. Send us stuff. We like to get email and read it on the show. And not just the Slack. We like to have the good old-fashioned email. Sometimes it's like super personal. We like that. So we're only going to go about an hour today, short show. We have got tons of projects that we are working on that have to be wrapped up before we leave for half res. And when we leave, the thing that I don't know if we've talked about this on the show or not, that when we leave for half res on Tuesday, we are not coming back for quite a while because we are going directly from Chicago to Iceland.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun. We've got Chicago. We leave on Tuesday morning. I think we get in, I don't know, 1 or 2 in the afternoon, something like that. Is that right? By the time we get there?
Oh, you get in at like 11:30 or 12.
Chicago? We're not on the same flight?
To Chicago. Sorry. Yes. No, sorry.
Okay.
I had to run and turn off my sync real quick. So I missed that. But yeah, we get in at like 1:25. The same time as Liam, so we're meeting up with Liam, I think, and sharing a cab. Yeah,
that's what he told me yesterday. I think here's the thing: I don't really like having to work at at half res.
Yeah.
At half res, I like to just go and enjoy the event and not do a show or anything. But we are going to do a show because we will not be doing a show while we're in Iceland. We're not going to drag all that gear out there and hope we have a good connection. Although it would be really fun to have, like,
The thing is, I could do a show when I get back, on the 18th, on that Tuesday, which wouldn't be that bad. We'll figure it out.
I'm back 2 days later. It's fine. I'm coming back later on. I'm going to go into the middle of nowhere to take some cool photos and stuff. I'm going to try and find puffins. So so that'll be an adventure. So so when we get there, we are going to do a show. We've got Air Bro and B and Air Bro and B 2.0, and then the Air Schmoopin' B, which is down the street. And so I'm assuming we're all going to kind of get together and do a little show, I guess, as soon as possible. I don't know exactly how we want to do that, but we'll set up as soon as we get there and maybe do a show before we all go out for the night. I don't know. We're going to go out Tuesday night, right?
Yeah.
But do we want to set it up and then wait till we all come back wasted?
Oh yeah. That would be hilarious. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be bad. It wouldn't be bad to just like set it up and then go and have some fun, you know?
Yeah, and then come back.
Right.
And then,
because, you know, normally at night it's fun. We hang out anyway. The night before, we party. We have a good time, you know? So, I don't know.
Yeah. One of our friends from Chicago is going to be there. He might stop by.
Who's that?
So, John Druin.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So,
very nice.
We're gonna keep a short show. We're gonna talk about what's coming up. Half-Res, obviously. R20 drops. A little birdie told us it drops today and tomorrow. Kind of starting to roll out.
No, it started yesterday for the UK.
Started yesterday. Well,
started yesterday for the UK. America is or the US.
So for the people who count. No, I'm just
kidding. Yeah, that's today. I know a couple of people have already gotten their licenses, so that's exciting. Nice. But if you're not on the what is it, the MSA or whatever, and you want to give it a try, the demo is out for you to try. So for those of you who don't have it or are still on R16.
Oh yeah.
You know.
So there's that. We talked about the podcast. Couple other random things. I got a link from Raid Zero this morning.
Oh yeah,
and it is a Mashable article because there is a company that makes lenses for glasses for doing AR.
Oh,
and
really?
Apparently it's
doing
like really AR.
Oh, okay.
So like really, really good AR, because the problem that I heard with people that went to SIGGRAPH is they finally got to try some of these AR glasses, and the problem is the color is terrible.
Oh, I'm sure.
Or it only has like one color, or like the colors are very faded or whatever. So this particular company,
because you're creating like video on a transparent surface,
right?
You know?
So that's the thing, right? Like doing that well. So when this company, I guess, was blowing up, making a really great colored version of these lenses at I want to say it was 8K per eye, so it's 16K.
Oh, that's cool.
Total. And they have now been acquired.
Okay.
By Apple.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
So
still not gonna happen.
Feels like your prediction is coming true. So
no, your prediction.
No, I'm saying Phil told me, he's like, this is your prediction.
Okay.
So, you know, that's the next step. I'm telling you, they can't be developing AR and not be thinking about glasses.
Maybe.
Blood. So, something else that I've been really excited about and want to completely waste my money on is the Mavic Pro 2.
Yeah.
Is out now? Oh, man. So they got the Mavic Pro 2 and I think the Mavic 2 Pro, and I've been looking at these. I'm like, maybe I should sell this one. It does.
How much would you sell it for?
Stuff.
How much are they going for on eBay right now?
Oh, dude, I don't even know. I'd have to look. I don't even know if this is. I guess it is out. The Mavic 2 Pro. Here's the thing: is they have the Hasselblad lens on them.
Yeah.
Hasselblad.
All right.
20 megapixel.
Thanks, Chekhov.
For the nuclear vessels.
Nuclear vessels.
So, gosh, I'm just looking at like everything that it's got. It's got like hyperlapse technology. It goes faster. It goes like 30 minutes now. It goes further. It goes up to 5 miles. The sensors are all around it now. Like omnidirectional obstacle sensing. No, 31-minute flight time, 5-mile range, enhanced HDR video, 10-bit D-Log.
Yeah, the other one, they released two. One of them has a Hasselblad, and one of them has like a zoom lens, right?
Yeah. And it also has this thing where, what do they call it? You know, the effect where you are zooming in while...
Oh, the like a trombone shot is what we called it in college, but I think it's called
there's
a zooming dolly or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
It will do that because it knows how fast it's going and how fast the zoom is going, and it perfectly coordinates that to make these crazy looking shots.
That's cool.
So I'm just looking at all the new features and I'm like, oh man.
Yeah, you don't need that. You don't need that.
$1,500, yo.
Yeah, you don't need that.
Sell my old one.
Okay.
We'll see.
Ollie zoom, yeah. Or a vertigo shot. People call it the vertigo shot as well.
Yeah, that'd be fun. People, I know you're listening and drooling over it too. You know you want one. He probably already has one. Yeah,
he got an advance copy.
Yeah. So other random things from the week. The emoji icon set that Jeremy Cox did for Cinema 4D.
Yes, good stuff.
So apparently it's just one big sheet of. It's like a big TIFF file or something, so you can just do whatever icons you want.
Yeah, so you it's like basically, So he just one big sheet, and so he just put a whole bunch of emojis in there.
Oh, now it makes as much sense to use as Maya. Ding! Where's the bell? Thank you.
Did you hear what the eggplant emoji is?
No.
Extrude.
Of course it is.
Of course it is.
Do they actually have meaning? Do all of them have meaning, or some?
Oh, I doubt it. I don't think so.
Okay.
I think they're all just there.
I think extrude would be.
Yeah, extrude makes sense.
I mean, I don't know. Sweep might make sense too, but.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Oh.
Or never mind.
Yeah. So what? So is the is.
No, we're done with this. Let's move on.
What's the bool?
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, so let's talk about Slack. Is this Liam reprogramming the Slack bot to say funny stuff? What is going on?
Yeah, like basically anytime someone says pretty good, he says I guess. And anytime someone says hi Mark, the gif of him going, oh hi Mark. And then there's other stuff, I don't know. Like people are messing around with it.
Funny.
Yeah.
So speaking of Slack and all that, have we closed the Slack? We were supposed to close the Slack. I don't think we've done that yet, but we're going to. And this isn't a Gaten D. Simone type situation. This is you almost spit that on your microphone.
That's pretty good.
No, we are closing it down. We just haven't done it yet. We'll probably do it very soon.
Yes.
Grant says the emitter.
Oh gosh. Oh man.
The emitter are the 3 drops that people put with the eggplant. Okay, so
anyway,
Liam did tell me yesterday too that after half res, starting on that Thursday, I believe we're going to be back to Redshift Thursdays bi-weekly.
Cool.
And I've got this new computer set up. At some point, I will install Windows and get it up and running.
Yeah, I have no idea how you do this. Like you're a pleasure delayer.
No,
because
I'm usually not.
The second I got all my stuff, I put it together. I didn't even have all the stuff that I needed. Like I had to go buy a copy of Windows and all this other stuff, and but I put it all together. I wanted it.
Well, at first I didn't have time to put it together because I was trying to finish things to get out of town, and now I'm trying to finish things to get out of town again. Yeah, and I'm so overwhelmed with work. Like there's not even barely time to do this show, let alone set that up. But I want to set it up. Like I want to spend a couple days. I want to get it all set up. I want to get all the live stuff set up so I can sit down. I want to be as close to being able to hit a button and start a live stream as possible. Instead of just 10 computers with all these apps and things aren't working and Skype sucks.
Skype sucks.
I'm telling you, we sit here probably for 35 minutes every time we start a show fixing things that don't work.
Yeah.
And that's the main thing. I just want to sit down and do a show. That's it. I got my notes. I'm ready to go. I was ready to go at 10. I'm sorry, at 11. No, at 10. Yeah, and we started the show at 11. Yeah. Just because of technical garbage.
Yeah. Skype is the worst.
Yeah. So everybody blame Microsoft.
Yeah.
So check out the Slack. Make sure you get signed up for that. While you're on our site, make sure you check out the tutorials, the plugins, the fantastic plugins, including Luminous, the Spotlight for Octane, that you've been waiting for.
And apparently you'll still have to wait for because from them, not from us. You can get it from us.
You can get it from us now. See?
Now.
All right. So let's move on to
I was gonna say, like, as far as the week goes, like, did we talk about the week? We didn't really talk about the week. You know, I had a bunch of fun stuff happen this week, like, because we've been working on more stuff for, more projection map stuff, and like I've been getting to play around with X particles, and I did this really cool tutorial. It's basically doing, what is it? Like crowd simulation stuff using X particles. Which is pretty cool. Like, and so I wanted to figure out how I could get a whole bunch of spiders to crawl over the across a surface. So I created one spider and created an animation of it, and then threw X particles onto the floor or the plane in order to do a follow, and then they avoid each other and stuff like that. But then just made the spider the generator. And it was cool. Like, it actually worked really, really well. Anyway.
I've been working with a bat. That was fun. I posted that yesterday. That is crazy.
And then there's another cool plugin that I found that's free, or you can throw some cash at the creator. It's a spiderweb generator. So basically, it's got this like spherical fall off or something, and then you drop down like 3 things or 2 things or 4 things or however many things that you want it to, like, go between. And it'll automatically create like this spirally, spider web and stuff. It's super cool. So I'll throw that in the notes.
I'm looking here on the Slack channel right now. There's more talk about like when your copy of R20 is coming and all that kind of stuff. So Max on Rick is in there talking right now. So if you have any questions, I'm sure he'll be happy to answer that. And see, that's why our Slack is so awesome. You didn't do a bat
signal, by the way.
Oh, I did not do a bat signal.
I'm doing it right now.
Oh, okay. Make sure you @channel.
I did.
Okay, cool.
I @channeled.
@channeled. All right. Cool. Let's see. Let's move on to Ravcock. What's your flavor?
What's your flavor?
And let's talk about the video cards we were talking about last week.
Which one's the 2080s?
The 2080s. So the thing about the 2080s is we were curious whether or not they were going to be much faster than like getting a bunch of 1080s or what. Should you get one? Should you not get one? Whatever. But so there's an article that came out, and I guess these are leaked benchmarks.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Okay. So I saw this, and one thing you have to keep in mind with this is the software is not put together or not, ready for the actual cards you're using. While, things will probably be faster, it's not.
Yeah, once it's optimized.
Optimized. That's what the word I'm looking for. It's not optimized specifically for those cards, so it may get faster. But the speed, like, I was actually a little disappointed by the speed, stuff. It was only like, what, 30% faster?
35% faster. That's pretty good, though.
Yeah, but still, like, they were touting, 5 to 8 times faster.
Yeah, but was that overall, or was that just certain aspects?
I don't know. I think that was overall.
It's going to be so hard to tell, and then there's the whole factor of, like, Octane is not made for RTX yet. What happens when, like, Octane 5 comes out? And then it's that's true. Completely just killing it. I think it's a good investment. How much are the cards again here?
The 2080s. I think they're like 1100 or something.
See, that's what I'll probably do.
MSRP for like 1,000. I think.
I'll probably just buy one to start.
See, I think we need to go Quattro. That's me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking to Barton the other day, and he was saying that he's actually holding off on buying any more cards, specifically because he wants to see what's going to go on with it.
Which is understandable, because he had me sold on like a Volta.
Yeah, me too.
Before all this happened, so now I'm like, I don't know what to do still, but I'm really leaning towards the 2080 Ti right now. And my only thing was, like we talked about last week, the fans.
Yeah. Well, I think someone posted in the Octane Slack it was a Turbo RTX 20 Ti that's just got the single blower, that blows out. So
yeah, are you talking about the iChill RTX?
I don't know. This one is an Asus. It's an Asus RTX 1080 Ti or 2080 Ti, and so it has the single blower that blows out the back of it or whatever.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, the one I saw, and I'll post a link to this too, it was in the Octane Facebook group. It was for the iChill. I don't necessarily like the style of what they did with the case. They made it kind of look like cheese grater Mac.
Yeah.
You know, and it says iChill on it, but you know what? If it's going to be that much better, you know, then fine.
Yeah. It's okay.
I'm
Megaplex
looking at it
was saying
too.
He would definitely buy a 20 series card now if you're looking for a new card. You don't want to miss out on the options with that, especially with what Jules was saying.
Yeah.
Plus, you can always add more 20s later, you know?
I'm just looking at it too, wondering how many slots it's going to take. Hopefully it doesn't take more than 2.
I think it's only 2. I think it's 2. I think it's a standard graphic size, you know?
Because some of these I'm looking, they look like they might even be 3 or 4 slots. Like these big chunky cards. It's like,
yeah.
What am I supposed to do with this? You know, what if I want more than one card? I'm just
right.
Or what if I want something besides a graphics card? God forbid, you know.
Right.
But so I'm still watching that, you know, while I'm slowly putting together this new machine.
Mm-hmm.
That's the other thing too. Is this new machine only has a 1060 in it because it's a placeholder until I figure out what I want. So it's not like I'm missing out on a bunch of power.
Yeah.
You know, I guess maybe I'm missing out on some power on the Sims, because I could probably be doing my Sims faster with this Threadripper than whatever Intel thing is in my laptop. But
that's true.
You know, you know, it's fine. It's fine for what I'm doing right now. But I do hate the fact that, you know, I'm going all over the place all the time, and I'm having to take all these computers with me and set them up and tear them down and carry a keyboard with me and all of that. And I'm just like, okay, I need to be able to sit down and work here and have a laptop for whatever and do a stream on a moment's notice, you know, things like that. So we're talking about putting together a little streaming rig too. So
yeah, eventually it'll get there.
So let's see. Tilt OSL lens. This is pretty cool. I saw this yesterday. This is in the Otoy forum. Somebody made using, this is what's great about OSL. Somebody made a tilt shift lens using OSL.
That's cool.
Which is awesome. And I'll post a link to that in the show notes. That'd be fun to play with. We've been using Octane 4 for our new projects just to see.
I know they say don't, but you know what?
Yeah, I mean, what we're doing is not that big of a deal. Like if we had to revert back to an older version, it wouldn't be the end of the world. It wouldn't really screw us up. And so we're kind of going into this with the understanding that it might not work. Something might not work. But so far it's working. So
yeah. And I've only had like 1 or 2 crashes, you know, and it's the same type of crash stuff that normally happens. Yeah, that normally happens whenever you move too fast, you know, and it can't catch up. Like when you're, you know, erasing. I think I hit send to like send the scene, and then I hit it again too quickly or something, and that gave me a crash. I know, right? It's the normal stuff that you try not to do with Octane.
I think that I think Ahmed, it would be really great if he could just let that send scene gray out whenever it's calculating until it's done calculating. It doesn't seem like that would be that hard to do, but I don't know.
Yeah, see, Benjamin Allison saying Octane 4 is crashing most times I try to render out an animation. See, we haven't gotten any. Oh, pretty big CAD files. Yeah, I can see that. It
might be, in the geometry. More geometry always seems to be more likely to crash when you're doing stuff. But
here's the one thing though that I wish was not the case. I love the denoiser. I think it's super cool. You know, I like being able to just throw 50 samples at it and render out something that kind of looks smooth, you know, but I wish you didn't have to render out that extra pass, you know? I wish you could say only use the denoise one, you know? Because the amount of time that it takes to denoise it, you're losing time. You know, I could have just rendered an extra 100 samples or so, and then it looked all right. You know what I'm saying?
Well, how long is it though?
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like it was taking a while. But
it still seems like it would be faster than waiting for like a full rendered version without a denoiser, right?
you know, if you're rendering path tracing and you're, you know, you don't want to do 16,000 samples, you'd rather do like, you know, 2,000 samples. Yeah, that'll save you a ton of time, you know, and it'll still look really good. But for some of this stuff that I'm doing, I don't know, like my times were just, they seemed a lot higher, you know, like I could have just rendered more samples.
Yeah, see, here's the...
Glider LP on the chat says you can activate all cards to do denoising. See, maybe I'm just doing something wrong. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, that's the tilt shift stuff?
Yeah, I'm having trouble with all my stuff and things today on the live stream. I don't know why.
That's pretty cool.
So screens are not coming up correctly today. I don't know. I'll have to work on that in a second. So next on the Ravcock. Okay, let's see. Let's talk about. Oh, I did get David Aryev's new tutorials.
Well, hold on real quick. Liam was asking, speaking of activating all cards, Matt, did you get Deadline going? So,
talk about that while I fix the screen. How about that?
That's fine.
Do it live.
I installed Deadline this week, and it's cool because you can, you know, install it for free on 2 computers and stuff like that. And so I was excited to give it a try. Because the cool thing is, like, you only need 1 copy. If I'm understanding this correct, you only need 1 copy of Cinema 4D, which is cool. So, like, you know, I can run stuff on my other computer, but you do need multiple copies of whatever plugins you're using, you know, for the 2 computers. So anyway, it was cool because, like, I could actually set stuff up to render, you know, and blah, blah, blah. But the biggest problem I ran into was that I would throw something to my other computer to render in Octane, and it was taking like 1.5 to 2 minutes per frame. And I was thinking to myself, okay, well, I guess that's just how you know, bad it is or whatever, or it's, you know, pretty big. Then I start rendering it on my local machine, and it took like 6 seconds per frame. So I don't know. It seemed weird. But and this is my probably, you know, user error and stuff like that. But the idea of Deadline and like being able to see everything in one place, I really like it. I'm just, you know, I need to get it working correctly. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I also like I wish I could. I was really excited for it because I guess I misunderstood initially. But I would love to be able to render like X particles just using 1 computer and just using the resources from another computer. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I hate that I have to have a whole nother license of it
just to use a CPU
exactly.
Yeah.
Like I want some headless rendering going on. When's that going to happen?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, that looks really good, dude.
Yeah, there we go.
Like that tilt shift is crazy.
Let's see. There's another one here too. If I can get it to come up. Is there an X button on this window? Oh, okay. Just can't go. Oh, okay. I see.
See, Liam, I get my Octane daemon to run no problem. It's super easy too. Like, and it's funny. Like, I'll have multiple versions of the Octane standalone in my Otoy folder in case I need to go back to a different one in my C4D one. You know, so that I can just easily install it and then run it. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm interested to play with Deadline too when we get back from all of our things. There's so much I want to do. It's like, got to work first. It's all right. The holidays are coming. I'm sure it'll slow down a little bit. So
yeah, then we get to work on our Christmas cards.
That's right. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
David Aryev has 2 new tutorials. We didn't talk about the last one before. He did create a detailed Mars landscape using Octane displacement, and he also did using Kitbash 3D models to build a space colony in Octane. So is that a 2-part series or no? Or is it kind of like...
I think the 2 of them are a 2-part series. Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, and the amount of effort he puts into these is like crazy. You know,
he's so detailed.
He is, you know, and he was telling us he spends a lot of time recording and, you know, getting it right so that, you know, so that you all can benefit from it.
I think at some point he told me something. He's like, oh, I spent 10 hours recording this. And then I'm like, dude, like he preps so hard. He's a prepper. So the other thing, there's another one too. There's a Forester Cinema 4D and Redshift tutorial by Aaron Sorensen, VFX Central. He put out a couple weeks ago as well. So, and David did give us a shout out he gave me kind of a shout out at the beginning of the Kit Bash one, because he said, "I hope you like it." He tagged me in it too. He was like, "That's just for you." I was like,
that's
funny. So sweet. I can't wait to see David.
I know, dude. We haven't seen him in a while.
I know, and EJ's not going to be there, and I'm sad about that.
Yeah, I know. Freaking EJ. He's too big for us now.
Yeah, bumping elbows with the Facebookers and all that stuff, you know. So
got that school of motion money now. Doesn't have to hang out with us poor folk anymore.
You are too poor.
You are too poor.
You cannot hang out with Brograph because you are too poor. All right, let's go to links. Let's do some links, and we're going to do some Beeple, and we're going to do some email, and then we're going to get out of here because I've got a massage to get to before I finish working.
Oh, man. I'm sure Brodora is just laughing really hard right now.
All right. Now, that's a long story.
Yeah.
All right, so link number 1, Space Struggle, episode 2. Jan put out another one. You remember the first one he did where he's like trying to catch the car? He did another one. So that was posted maybe a week ago or so. So check that out in the show notes. Also, there's a link to Fusion 9, what Fusion 9 can do. Cool. I wanted to post this last week. We didn't really get to talk about Fusion with Brandon last week that much, but it can do some really crazy stuff.
With Brandon,
man, a lot.
I like that guy.
Me too.
Did you see the GIF that I posted on Jan's post? Like when he posted that video. Did you ever see Rocket Man with the dude from Half Baked?
From Half Baked.
The guy who gets arrested for feeding the horse and killing the horse.
No, I don't think I ever saw that.
So
butter stuff.
Buttercup.
Hey girl, you hungry? That's my favorite line of the movie.
Anyway, so there's this scene where he's going out walking on Mars, and he's attached to this other dude, and he just keeps on ripping one. his suit keeps on getting bigger and bigger and bigger until he's finally filled with farts, and he's just walking around. I don't know, I thought it was
That's basically what the new video is.
Yeah. Minus the farts.
What is the Metro Exodus real-time ray tracing RTX? Let me open this up because I had this. It's one of those things. I had this link last week, and it's like I don't remember what this is now. So I just copied and pasted all my links from last week that we didn't get to into the links for this week. So if it will load, if my stupid Skype won't slow down.
I didn't hear what you said. Yeah, Skype is the worst.
You didn't hear what I said?
No.
See, it was Skype. That's Skype strikes again.
Yep.
Basically, it goes back and forth between RTX on and RTX off, not in a meme type way, but in an actual real way, and shows you the difference. So you can check that out and see what it looks like. And there's also this video. Somebody did a really good job on this, and I think Tokyo Megaplex posted it a couple weeks ago. It's called Shrek's Day Off.
Oh my gosh, it is so good. It is so good. Okay, so here's the funny thing, like about these silly little videos like this. Like for example, if you look at going to the store or going out for sushi or late for the David Lewandowski blobby people stuff. Like it's silly, but it's done so well, right? This is exactly what I was thinking with Shrek's Day Off. Like I showed Amy, my wife, this, and I was like,
"My wife."
There you go. I showed her, I said, look at this. This is so good. And like, she's like, I can't watch this. This is so dumb. I'm like, but it's such good quality. Like for what it is.
Yeah,
it's such
exactly.
Good quality.
Somebody spent a lot of time on that, you know?
Yeah.
Oh crap. What was I going to say? Oh no, we have a question in the chat room actually about where to send an IT guy so he can research getting NVIDIA GPU working on the iMac Pro. Now, I thought that the new version of their OS was going to support it natively. Did that version come out yet or no?
I don't know. Andy, you're in the chat.
If you
Tell
can't,
us more
though,
about the iMac Pro.
We have a resource somewhere on our site. I think if you just go to our search and you type eGPU, there's like a forum somewhere that digs really far into getting your eGPU working with a Mac. Yeah. And I've sent like 2 or 3 people to this, and they've all come back and said, yeah, that worked. Okay. So cool. I really haven't done it myself, but everybody has said that that article or that forum post really works well. So check that out. Also, there's a link to this VR arcade that somebody's doing, and I'm really digging this. It's like a new aged arcade, you know, with like interactive games and VR stuff. And I don't know. I just thought it was a great idea. It's something that I've been thinking about, not doing that exact thing, but been kind of pushing around this idea of building like this place where you can go do these experiences, and something that I think it's like, if I had a bunch of money and things are going well, you know, I'm close to saving money for retirement and such, I might open a place like this. It sounds like it's something I would really enjoy, like something I would enjoy building and putting together, and just a new venture. This guy's doing that. Did you see
Chris Schmidt's tweet the other day about half-res? So
no, I couldn't get it to load. My Twitter was being stupid, and I was trying to click on it because I saw you responded to it.
Yeah, I've been so, like, you know, I've been trying to go less official, and I've been doing my own Skype or my own Twitter. You know, I've just been doing the Matt Milstead Twitter, because if I'm going to start complaining, I want to complain under myself instead of the Brograph name.
Right.
You know. But Chris posted this. It looks like a pinball machine, but like one that he made himself, you know, talking about half-res. So I am very interested to see if he's trying to up last year's, like, okay, for those who didn't go last year, I don't know if he thought it was like super cool or like if he didn't like the fact that like what they were trying to do, because I know they had some technical hiccups. But what they did was really fun with the whole, like, everyone grab your phone and like try and press the button multiple times. Like, it was interactive and it was fun. And I'm curious if they're trying to up the ante with that, like with this. I mean, that's just in my brain, you know.
It just looks like a virtual pinball machine to me.
It does. But maybe it uses like C40 Mograph stuff.
Yeah.
In order to like actually run it. Oh my gosh, that would be crazy awesome.
Like the grip tools plug-in with.
Right.
The interface stuff.
And I wonder if he's going to have like a contest, like whoever gets the highest score, like they do at the pinball party. Oh, that would be so rad.
That'd be fun. And it would be it could be like Mograph themed or something.
Yeah.
Cool. A big picture.
I'm interested to see it.
Of Nick's head in the middle rotating or something. Yeah. It should be fun. Gosh, nobody's going to get a turn on this. Like, everybody's going to line up.
I know.
There's no way. If that's what he's doing. That's what it looks like. Doing. Yeah, I don't know. It sure looks like it. I like how the energy saver tag is still on the TV right here. Yeah, that looks so cool though. Yeah,
it looks cool. It looks cool.
There's a link that you sent me the other week, Insomniate.com. I guess this is some sort of thing to keep your computer awake.
Oh yeah, so like a lot of people were complaining on the Slack about like coming into the office and then, like, you know, the computer just decided to go to sleep for some reason and the render didn't get done. So someone pointed out Insomnia. What is it again? Insomniate?
Insomniate.
Yeah. Check out the notes for that link. It basically keeps your computer up and awake, you know?
And I came up with a hardware solution for that, which is this little USB dongle thing called the Wiggler.
Yeah.
And all it does is just it just is outputting a very slight mouse movement, and you just plug it into USB, and that's what it does. So
yeah.
So that's kind of the same thing, because that sucks when your computer goes to sleep and you are like, no, I told you not to go to sleep. I told you not to do energy savers. Oh, it's asleep.
Yeah.
Just Windows does what it wants. You turn off all the updates. Oh, time to update then. Stupid piece of garbage.
Yep. Hey, real quick, I want to give a shout out to one of our listeners, Paul Robinson. He's started this new podcast for independent filmmakers. If you guys get a chance, you should watch it. It's Paul Robinson and his wife, Sashia Dumont. I think I said that correctly. Called the Go Gorilla Podcast. It's all about guerrilla filmmaking and stuff like that. Yeah, it's really good. I've really enjoyed it, and it's cool. Like, they're only in their 11th episode, but they've gotten some pretty good guests on, and it's cool, like, hearing them talk about, you know, actually making short films and stuff like that. So go check that out.
I saw the short film.
He was like OG Brograph follower. Like, he's the one who came up with the Brocast name. So,
really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Funny. Well, you want to do some Beeple's People?
Let's do it.
All right. Get out your Beeple viewer of choice, everybody. We're going to go to August 28th, year of our Lord 2018.
Hey, that fits our story pretty well.
It sure does. Routine maintenance.
I do like that we officially have it on record that these big things are actually robots, you know, instead of people, like big people, you know.
Yeah, they are robots indeed. They just have muscles, but it's like organic muscles over machinery.
It's Westworld, basically.
Right. And so the question then is, are these big people machines with regular Beeple's people, or is this a human-sized machine person with little Beeple's people?
Those are regular-sized people with a giant Beeple people head. Yeah.
Okay. They are. Are you sure?
I don't know. Why are you going to prove me wrong now?
No, I don't know. I'm just asking. I mean,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
This out.
You know, you've got like the giant animals and stuff like that, and you know, this is the production. This is where they, you know, fix everything. So maybe the giant animals are robots as well. You know what I'm saying? Because perhaps, like, I mean, if you look at it, he's got muscle fibers and stuff like that, so he must have organic tissue. He or she, I don't know who it is. You can't tell. Z has muscle fibers and stuff like that. So if you've got that going into, like, you know, a pig or something like that, if they're growing muscle fibers, then that means you can still provide, you know, food or whatever.
Okay. I like what he's done with the plastic sheeting on the top too. I wonder if that's displacement or if that's actual geometry.
Yeah, I don't know.
I like what's going on there. That looks cool. It says 480 volts on it. I don't know why the plastic would be 480 volts. It's a lot of static cling.
Right.
But, you know. And then the people, I'm looking at the little panels. Those are cool. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, very pretty.
So, what is going on here? What is this thing in the corner? It looks, is that a shadow on this piece, or is, I don't know what's going on in that little tank. There's a little thing on the tank in the back, like it's gray. And I'm trying to figure out why it's gray. He missed some geometry.
Yeah, I missed some geometry.
Whoops. No, because the other one's like that too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably an instance though, right?
Yeah, probably.
I don't know. No, I bet there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. The next one we're going to do is August 30th. It's called Wrong Planet. I like this one. And immediately what I think of with this is that this guy was supposed to be on, you know, he probably went through a portal and he was supposed to be in one place and he ended up in another place and obviously in the wrong planet.
Obviously. Because this one's already terraformed, you know.
True. That's true. Maybe the portal malfunctioned.
Yeah. Maybe it malfunctioned at some point and he had just eject into the nearest one he could. Yeah. Or
wrong planet. So now he's stranded here.
Right. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. There's still the light. There's the light. Maybe he's waiting.
It's not terraformed though. He's got a spacesuit on.
It's true, but it could be. Who knows? Like this could be not a the atmosphere might not be filled with oxygen, or it might be overly oxygenated because there's so many trees, you know. So
if it's
therefore,
overly oxygenated, it would start on fire a lot.
Right, exactly. So like, you know, maybe if he takes off his mask or something, you know, he'll get way too super high off of the oxygen or something like that.
Photosynthesize.
Right, he will photosynthesize.
Actually, maybe he just got there. I mean, that's the glow from the portal behind him. He just got there.
Yeah. That was my thought.
Yeah, okay.
You know, but I mean, you don't want to take off the helmet because there could be killer spores or like, you know, bacteria or something, or, you know.
That's true. That's true. He's got to make sure everything's clear.
Smallpox.
He's got to pull out his tricorder and make sure all the atmosphere is okay, right?
Right.
All right. And then lastly, August 31st, Epochs. All right. I like this one because it makes me think that giant head was one of those robots.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
You know? Unless, of course, that's a regular people's people and a small people's people, but...
Nah, look at the head. It's like kind of chrome-esque, you know? It looks to me like it's kind of chromy, you know?
Shiny!
Oh, it happened. There it is.
Now, is the fire... I'm looking at the fire. Do you think the fire was done in post? Because there's reflections, but like maybe... I don't know. I feel like that was done in post.
It might have been.
I don't think he went through the trouble of like TFD or something for that, you know?
Yeah, TFD is... I don't know.
And you're not seeing much lightness on anything there, except for in like some of the reflections and a little bit on the skull. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, but if you look at the one on the right, though, that billow of smoke looks very TFD.
Yeah. Yeah. Could be. I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to say. It's pretty good, but I'm wondering... It's pretty good, I guess. I'm wondering, though... The thing! He said the thing! I am noticing that... I mean, with everything burning and blowing up, I'm wondering if maybe this is maybe this is Earth? Maybe this is like part of the apocalypse later on.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, Benjamin says maybe XP4 had Octane. It's possible.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't gotten X particles to work very well with fire, but TFD.
Yeah,
like,
TFD
I love TFD. It's so easy, and when you're doing it with Redshift, it's like cake. It renders so fast.
The only thing that I wish you could do is maybe see like a pre-cached quick viz or something like that. I don't know, like
with TFD. Yeah, you cache it. You can cache it.
Well, you can cache it, right?
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, if you could almost see like maybe some particles, like you would in X particles, just kind of on the fly while you're building it, and then you do the actual cache.
Well, you can do the interactive mode. Have you messed with that?
I haven't.
Yeah. I didn't know about that until I saw Perry do that at NAB last year, where you do the drop down instead of cache, you do interactive and you hit start and it'll automatically just start going, you know, which is pretty cool. Like, and the fact that if you're not using any like collider objects or something with TFD, like TFD does such a good job. And I honestly like it so much more in the standard renderer than I do in both Redshift and Octane. Like there's so many extra steps that you got to go through with Octane and Redshift. And it just, to me, it looks a lot better in standard renderer.
Yeah.
And still renders out pretty fast.
Yeah, it does.
So anyway.
All right, let's go to the emails and the socials, because there are 2 emails we didn't get to last week, and then 1 new email I'd like to get to. And we'll spend a few minutes on this here. This is Edward Dole, who says, C4D guy new to Austin. He says, my name is Ed, my name is Ed like the pineapple. What?
I don't know.
Like the pineapple. Oh, Dole. Gosh, okay. Woo. My name is Ed, like the pineapple Dole. D-O-L-E, no relation. I'm a C4D artist and film.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm a C4D artist and film guy. I've been a compositing nerd since Shake was around. Me too.
Yep.
And picked up C4D about 5 years ago. I love fluids and particles. I'm so excited about the new volume mesher and fields and the new C4D. I've had a few simple projection mapping projects, and those are great fun. I haven't been having the best luck here in Austin on job boards looking for some Mograph work. I also think that my quotes are coming off from Las Vegas and LA. Do you guys have any suggestions of companies here in Austin? Maybe some advice on pricing on Texas. And here's a link to my demo reel. We'll put that in the show notes. Any advice would be awesome. You guys rock. Keep up the good work. Texas pricing sure is different than California and Vegas pricing. Yeah. That's for sure.
You know, Brian Beam was talking about this on the Monday meeting this morning about how the Austin, you know, there's not a lot of meetups and stuff like that down in Austin. So I can imagine that it's very hard to find local work at least. But, you know, what I would recommend is doing the freelance manifesto route, where you just go through and you email all the local studios and stuff, people who you do want to work for, and say, hey, just introducing myself, you know, I'm new to Austin, or I've been in Austin for a little bit, but I haven't really found, if you're looking for any work, here's my demo work, thanks, blah, 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 you know, really simple stuff. And if you haven't picked up the freelance manifesto, then you should, because it's amazing.
Think more global in the grand scheme of things too. I mean, I know you probably need to hurry up and get some local business going, and that's what we did at first too. But I feel like more and more we have less clients in Texas now than we ever have.
Yeah, no, and it's great. I actually really like not having clients in Texas, because all the clients that you have locally, sometimes you'll have to go into the office, you know, and I hate leaving my house.
Yeah. No, it's just like this morning, and Dallas is really big too, right? Yeah. So where I'm at, I've got like a 45-minute drive to go see a client this afternoon. Yeah. So that he can show me something in person on this piece of hardware so that I can finish animating it. Yeah. But it's like, do we really have to do that? It's like, if it were somebody in California, they would be like, yeah, we can Skype and we'd probably be fine. But now I've got like an hour and a half worth of driving today to do for that. And it's like, yeah, I kind of like having clients outside of Texas, you know? Yeah. But, I would definitely think outside the bun as far as Austin is concerned. Like you could definitely go worldwide, you know? Yeah, and,
you really can. I mean, there's nothing stopping it now.
But here's the best part about that is that you can do Texas pricing for your cost of living anywhere. Yeah. You know, and you're in an advantage because cost of living is so low here. Or you could go high if you wanted to. Yeah. Once you get to that point, But like if you're just starting out there and your cost of living is to where you can maybe keep your prices at a certain rate and beat out like LA and Nevada, I mean, it's going to be like people are going to be quoting 2, 3, 4 times the price because of their cost of living. Yeah. So you can. But don't undercut yourself.
Yeah, don't undercut yourself, and don't undercut the rest of the community. You know.
No.
Be fair to yourselves and be fair to everyone else.
What I'm saying is, you don't have to just completely inflate your prices. Right. Like LA. You could come in, even if it's a little bit under. You could come in a little bit under, and everybody's like, "Oh, look at that! He's like $100 cheaper per day than any of these LA people." So, you know, you could end up getting a whole bunch of gigs from that. If you get 10 gigs over those other people, then, you know, that's 10 more gigs you've got, and your cost of living is probably half in Texas. So go that route. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. You know, or at least think, you know, Dallas, San Antonio, Houston. Yeah. I'm sure there's production companies in those cities at least. Yeah. If not other little cities around.
I think there's a website, Zach Corzine mentioned it, called Working Not Working. You should check that out as well. I got on it, and I just didn't have time to fill out all the information. But if you're a freelancer, you know, you could check that out. That is a good option.
You can also check out Thumbtack. And you may or may not have good success with that. I know a lot of different people have better success.
Thumbtack. I would not recommend it, just because you have to pay money just to, you know, bid on something.
Like, why are you so blurry, dog?
Yeah, I know. I was looking at the stream. I was like, oh boy, that's a
maybe it was my allergies.
No. There we go.
All right, and then we got one from Liam. This is about the RTX stuff. Info on the Redshift devs on 3.0 and RTX. First off, Redshift 3.0 will not be removing support for older generation GPUs, except for maybe the now ancient Fermi generation of GPUs.
Yeah, that's the 500 series, I believe. Yeah.
Which is understandable at this point.
Yeah,
regarding trace depths, we intend to pump up the ray bounce depth reflection GI refraction to 63, plus introduce a new trace depth for transparency with max trace depth of 255. Very important for things like hair and alpha cutouts. A new volume trace depth is also on the cards for multiple scattering, although we haven't decided what sensible depth that should be for performance sake. Now, regarding the new RTX cards, they are faster than the 1080 Ti, but not quite as fast as the Titan V, but costing significantly less, which is important to note here. This is what we were talking about last week, and this is without utilizing the new RT cores. In order for us to take advantage of the new RT cores, we need to rip out our proprietary CUDA ray tracer and replace it with NVIDIA's OptiX ray tracer, or OptiX ray tracer. This is no simple task, not least because we have to be careful to make sure all the production-ready features our customers expect from Redshift, such as out-of-core, are still possible and work to spec with the new tracer. So hopefully within the next month or so, we should be able to give you an update on this upgrade and let you know how performance looks, which is important to us. Finally, 3.0 will be faster regardless of RTX. We've changed some fundamental parts of the core tracing routines to give you a 10% to 150% speed up, with deep complex bounces getting the biggest win. We actually demonstrated the new tech at our booth. I recall some of the comments uttered were wow. We should be rolling out an experimental 3.0 build with these initial improvements in the next month or so. So they're working with all the Kubernetes.
All the Kubernetes.
Finally, John Sanders sends in a question/comment. Which computer to get? Hello, I'm a motion designer and I started freelancing a year ago. I work in Cinema 4D and I'm wanting to up my game in Cinema 4D. It's also time for me to upgrade my computer. I'm looking into third-party renders, but currently on a Mac with C4D R20 coming out soon and maybe a new Mac Pro in the future. If I'm going to switch to PC, it's going to be now. What do you think about Pro Render? Doesn't look like it does hair renders. Does Pro Render not do hair?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I would know because I don't use Pro Render.
Right.
Whoops.
There's a few people who are super gung-ho about Pro Render, and I will say I have seen some beautiful images created with Pro Render, So it's not it's not a bad render engine. In my experience, though, it's been a little bit slower to fully clean up. But that could be with any other render. I don't claim to be an expert on it.
Right. I would say like this new Mac Pro everybody's talking about, this rumored Mac Pro.
It's not gonna be good.
It's gonna take them like another year or two to get it out there, and then you're gonna wait years for something like that, and it's not gonna be what you think it is.
Nope.
It's just not. They're not. Apple is not pursuing any technology that any of us seem to be interested in anymore. That's actually gonna. I mean, yeah, you could still get Cinema 4D and work on a Mac. It's not like you can't do that. It's just that all this new technology and where everything's going, they just are not on board. So I'm going to be surprised. Maybe they'll surprise us with something, but it's going to be the status quo. It's going to be something that they're like, look how great this is. It's the most amazing thing ever. And you're like, okay. It's just like the laptop that came out, and they're like, this is like going to be the most innovative thing ever. And it's like,
the touch bar?
We put a touch bar in this.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay.
Kevin on the chat says Pro Render does do hair, but it bakes it to geometry. So. Okay. But G-Rant said, have you seen any postings saying they use Pro Render or that Pro Render use is required? Yeah. That brings up a good point. Like, there's less people using it in production versus, some of the other third-party render engines.
Yeah. So as far as building a new machine, I would say switch to PC.
Yeah, go for PC.
Get yourself a nice laptop that you like for
thing.
your day-to-day that's a Mac, and then go get a PC for doing your stuff. Your interface is the same. Cinema 4D is the same. After Effects is the same. Photoshop is the same. Everything's the same except a garbage file explorer. So
yeah, it's pretty garbage. And
but if that means you can load up your machine with all the Kubernetes, it's going to be way better and cheaper than any Mac Pro that's coming out.
I don't think any Mac Pro is going to have NVIDIA. I have a hard time believing that they will ever put another NVIDIA card into a Mac Pro or allow, especially into a Mac Pro. I don't think they'll allow an NVIDIA card in there. I don't know.
Proprietary modular Radeon garbage.
Right.
That is twice the price.
Right.
And doesn't do anything that you want it to do because it's not NVIDIA. So don't
think we're hating on Mac because we hate Mac. We don't. We both really enjoy Mac.
I'm an Apple fanboy.
Yeah.
But I just can't use it anymore.
Yeah. Which is a shame.
My laptop, my calendar, even my audio. I still love doing my audio in Logic Pro.
Yeah.
And I wish that Audacity had some of the features of Logic Pro. I wish they had the Audacity. Not Audacity. No, Audacity or what's the Adobe one?
Audition.
Audition.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have instruments and all that other fun stuff, I mean, maybe I just need to move over to Ableton or something, but,
Maybe.
But I'm not bitter. He also says, I see that Arnold can be used on a Mac, but it's just CPU. Would a new CPU. Mac Pro help render times? Well, new iMac Pro would probably help render times if it had a better CPU, but Arnold is just CPU. It would not be. He said, is it even close to GPU renders? I say no, not at all.
It produces a pretty picture. It produces a pretty picture, but it's the same thing. You're limited by, your CPU. If you have a whole bunch of CPUs in a big farm, then it's going to be fast. If you have, just one CPU and a whole bunch of graphics cards, it's not going to be that fast for you until the GPU stuff comes out.
He's asking though, would a new iMac Pro help render times in Arnold CPU?
It depends on the processor that you're getting in there, because it's entirely CPU based. So it's entirely going to be based on, how fast of a processor you get.
It's still going to be whatever the single CPU on the iMac Pro is.
Yeah.
What's the CPU on it right now? An Intel
I don't know. I think the most can't you get like a 24 core or something for the iMac? I'm gonna look it up.
I don't know. Even so, it just depends on what you were using before. But just that one computer. If you have that one computer, it's not going to be what you could get if you built a PC and you put 4 2080 Ti's in it. No way.
Right.
No way. And you know what? I bet it's going to be the same price. I bet you would spend $5,000 either way.
Where's the iMac Pro? That's stupid. You actually have to click on Mac first. You can't just... Yeah, anyway. All right, tech
He also said, I'm thinking of learning Redshift if I go PC. And see, if you were going GPU, you were coming from Arnold, an Arnold background with the nodes and everything. and Redshift has a lot more options than Octane does.
Highest one is an 18 core for the iMac Pro.
Okay.
Let's see what the price is on it, though. See, configure. Sorry, keep talking.
So he says, thanks and love the tutorials. That's it. So,
and
nice. I got a heart out.
Okay, cool. Okay, so if you're maxing this thing out, you're looking at $14,000.
$14,000 for an iMac?
Well, if you're maxing it out. That's with the 18-core, 2.3 gigahertz processor, 128 gigs of RAM. If you bring that down to just 32, that brings it down, $2,400. That's what's so stupid.
That's so ridiculous.
And you can't upgrade that yourself. Like, you have to buy it like that because it's soldered into the motherboard, I believe.
You could build 3 of our Meeseeks machines for that price.
Yeah, totally.
That have 4 1080s in them a piece. That is insane.
Yep.
Yeah. Don't get an iMac Pro.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it. Don't get an iMac Pro and don't wait for a Mac Pro.
Yeah.
Just
if you
just
need a
go
computer
with the PC.
now, just get a PC.
Just do it.
Because it's not going to be useless to you once the Mac Pro comes out.
Exactly.
If you decide you want it then, save up for it.
Yeah.
But if you need a computer now, get a PC. There's no, it's dumb to wait.
Yeah. Man.
I know, right?
Gosh. All right, we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna see all of y'all live next week.
Yay.
At Half Res. It's gonna be so much fun.
Yes.
We're gonna see all our friends.
Yes.
We're gonna have some drinky drinks. We're gonna see all of our favorite people. So
we love you all, and we're excited to see you.
Let us know what's going on. I don't know what besides Half Res, I really don't know what the other plans are, what little get-togethers are going on. So we're just gonna play it by ear and check Twitter and show up to things, I guess.
Yeah.
So hit us up on Slack. You can rate us on iTunes, leave a review. It helps get our ratings up. Subscribing also does that. Subscribing on your podcatcher of choice. Subscribe to our newsletter as well. You can say you've been there, done that. Got the t-shirt with the No Brograph, No Mograph tee, the Gate and D. Simone limited edition shirt, the Paul Babfield, the Bab 2020 shirt. All the profits from that go to the Doctors Without Borders, the Render Things shirt and hoodie. Mm-hmm. And if you are checking out the internets and the Slacks and things and you're around, there might be a link out there to a Node Commander shirt and long sleeve and short sleeve Node Commander shirt.
I ordered a short sleeve one.
I ordered a long and short sleeve this morning.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
They're both showing up on Monday.
Monday.
Yeah, it's going to be a close one, but they usually come a little earlier than that. So
yeah. So hopefully like it, I don't know. I'm really hoping the short sleeve one looks good, because if not, then we need to thicken up those lines a bit.
I don't understand what's going on with that. Yeah. I made him bigger and it's still like it cuts off his beard.
I think it might be the compression on
their sample.
On their sample. Yeah.
It might not actually look like that. So yeah. So all right. We're gonna get out of here. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Brograph.com. We're on Slack. We're all over the place.
Yep.
And check out Mograph.com and make sure you sign up for that as well to get info on that. Till next week, I'm Dave.
And I'm Matt.
Have a good one.
Later, bros.
That's pretty good, I guess.
You guys.
Yes.
Is this episode 149?
Yes.
Episode 149. Hey, everybody on the chat. What's going on? Let's go into the London Motion meetup. So there was this a new renderer or something that works with a render service, a render farm that works with Octane called Anima Render, And so I started chatting with them.